By the way, if you've been wondering where the glow is coming from, it's actually coming from Eve's body butter. This is a small Jamaican brand that I absolutely adore. I've been using their products for almost 2 months now. Don't mind the tape, but I've been using their products literally, I don't know, it's not done, but you know it dig out bad. I've been using their products and honestly I love it. It's all natural and it literally makes you glow. My third job now, this one was when I was a team leader, and this is the exact same salary. And with this job I wasn't actually getting a promotion, but for me it was the experience that I wanted to actually trial managing people. I wanted to try leadership, I wanted to try delegation, navigating, etc. So this is why I picked up this role. So instead of going up, I actually went sideways. So the salary remained the same. It was the same 26,000, but with the organization that I work with, every 2 years you get a salary increase anyways. So I think at this point I was actually on 28,000. So that's that. In this job I was a team leader, and oh my god, and I was the youngest person on the team. And the people I was managing, like their kids are my age or older. So yeah, you can imagine that. You can literally picture that, like a little girl coming at the team and she had to say, no, do this, do that, don't this, do that. So that was a job, that was a task to get over with. With that job, it obviously taught me about leadership management, that it's something that I can do, something that I'm capable of doing, but the stress that comes with it is just something that I'm not prepared to. Why am I not doing my makeup? My girl full and in that sack. What am I do now? What am I do? I can't remember how my makeup go. Boy, this life sad. Oh yeah, so yeah, as I was saying, with that job it really taught me that management and leadership is something that I can do. However, I don't like all the stress that come with it, especially when you're managing the older folks, because some of the times they're stuck in their ways, and when you find a way of working smarter and not harder, they don't seem to like grasp it as well. And I'm not equipped to deal with certain stress in life. Like, I've just accepted it. Certain things I don't need to deal. If I don't have to manage anyone, I don't manage it. And the thing is with me, I just never understand the concept of why I need to manage grown adults, because you applied for the job, you got the job, so just do the job. Like, I just don't understand why I need to manage you. I can support you, but I shouldn't have to manage you. So I really try to move from the mindset of managing someone, like micromanaging them, and instead I just literally outline the objectives that we have for the week. If the objectives are met, happy, hello, good night, bye. If the objectives were not met, then we have a conversation as to how we can improve it, or I'll just chip in and help out if I realize that we're not going to meet the target for this month. But that job taught me a lot about operation compared to management. It taught me a lot about flexible working, because within that team, even though I was the youngest person, there were quite a few more young adults within the team, and one of them I'm really good friends with. Her name is B. She's an audiologist. I'm gonna have her on the channel sometime. And yeah, like I was saying, because everyone was young, like flexible working was a priority within the team. So a lot of people worked 4-day week, a lot of people worked 3-day week, a lot of people just worked on agency, a lot of people had a lot of career breaks in terms of study days, doing a degree while you're working. So there was just a lot going on, and that really opened my mind to the concept of not only just working 9 to 5 Monday to Friday. Like, you can really control your employment and you can negotiate on your own terms based on what works for you and what also works for the company. So that's what I gained from that. There was also a healthy working environment, because like I said, like the management there had such an agile system. So anything that came along our way, like we would literally just handle it. and they really worked as a team. So we would have regular meetings and we really had input coming in. It wasn't like, oh, this is my job so I have to do it. Like, no, we literally just chip in. Like I told you guys, even though I was the team leader, I was happy just going on reception and helping out my team, or staying in the back and doing some extra work with the manager. So it was excellent. And also my manager, this was the first time I actually had a black man. No, the first time no, this was the first time I had a male manager, and he was excellent. Like, he's the one that, well, I told him that I wanted, the direction that I wanted to go in was project management and not leadership, being that I had this experience. And he was the one that just broke it down to me to let me know that he don't think that I needed a degree or even any qualification for that matter, because he had done a Prince 2 and he doesn't think that I need to do that to get to where I need to be. So this is why I just do what I be doing. I'm going to go into my last job now. I'm literally just going to set my face and then we're basically done. That makeup here very quick, very quick. I feel like me did something wrong, but I don't know what I do wrong. Maybe I just remember off the makeup. You never thought about that? With all the experience that I gained, I knew that, okay, project management is where I needed to head. So my first foot in was as a business support manager. And in this role, did I tell you guys what my other role was? I don't think I did, but I put it on the screen. In this role, my role was to support the operational management within the team by managing service improvement projects and creating systems to essentially streamline the workload that the admins team have, and also to just be a literal bridge between a few services within the team. So it was an excellent job, literally just to get my foot started, because it wasn't too overwhelming, but it was the right challenge, right? In this job now, I met 2 young beautiful black girls, which I still talk to now, and we also had our own little team going on there. I met some racist people there. I also met just some odd people, like just odd people, odd human beings. But in this job, I got the chance to do a lot of training, because this was my first like project management role, like foot in project management role. This is almost equivalent to being a project officer as well. So because it was my first role, obviously that gives you the opportunity to do so much training. So you guys know me, I got to take up any opportunity will come my way. So I was just banging out training. But at this point in time was when I really had to start doing a lot of my checks and appointments to become an organ donor. So as much as I was training and trying to give back to the team, at the same time I had a lot of personal issues going on that made me not do the job to the best of my ability. But because of the organization that I work in, they were very understanding, and it wasn't really a big thing. It was more like one of those things that happened in life. And I was working with senior executive members, so they really wanted me to literally just focus on my personal issues that were going on. So the job did become easy, basically, because they did realize that I have personal issues. So the job itself wasn't as hectic, because they realized that I needed to step back and just focus on my personal stuff. But that job, literally ideal for a first project manager job, like business support manager, business support, project officer. Those are perfect jobs if you want to just start out in the project management space. And I see the look soft for me I go for. When I must can see it now, see them? It's nice. I like how it look. You look nicer in person. Much nicer. This was also the job where I got the chance to use my initiative, because I was the first person in that role. So I basically created the job with the organization, if that makes sense. So I got a lot of chance to use my own initiative, to add a lot to the team, to create processes that would be there after I've left, and to just literally be the backbone of the operations that were happening within the team. and because of those skills I was able to get another job, which I won't mention now because it's too close to my current job. But once I have elevated, I'll let you guys know. But all of these jobs that I've mentioned before are literally all a stepping stone for me to get to the next step. And I just hope that as young people we stop putting ourselves in a box, because literally the world is our oyster, and if you want it, like, there's a million ways to get it. You just have to exhaust all options. You shouldn't give up just because you don't have a degree. You shouldn't give up just because you don't do a course or you don't have a qualification. You can always network to get to where you want to be. You can always go on LinkedIn and network to get to where you want to be. You can always pay to do your own courses. You can always do free courses online. You can go on upskill or share skill, something like so. Like, there's just a million ways to get to that one point, and obviously my one point is a project manager, so I'm just doing the million ways that I needed to do to get to that one point. And one thing I must say is that when I was earning, let me tell you how much more I earned that job here. Oh yeah, with this job, with this job I started earning over £30,000, and this is like my first big girl job. Like, yeah, like I feel like, yeah, like my really at work, like, yeah, I make it. I mean, like, this is like the first level, not the first, like, yeah, like the first official level of like being senior and being like up there, so, you know. So I did happy, I did grateful for the little job, girl. Happy for the job. But yeah, don't ever feel like, say, you have to be stuck in a one position either. Like, literally I've done it, like, I've moved from team to team, like, literally every year I get a new job, except this pandemic period. Literally, other than that, every single year I get a new job, and that's not because I'm in an unhealthy working environment. Like I said to you guys, my band 4 personal assistant job was probably one of the best jobs I've done because of all of the invaluable experiences that I got to encounter and the people that I met and the network that I have there. But at the same time, I was way too comfortable. Like, I gained so much weight in that department because I was just comfortable. Like, the job is just nice, you understand? Job just nice. So like, you work, but you don't work too hard, and if you work too hard, you get rewards. Good job. So yeah, like, the sky is no longer the limit. Like, the sky is our foundation. We're standing on the sky, and we don't have limits over our head. Like, we literally don't have limits. The entrepreneurship story I told you guys in the beginning, like with my auntie and stuff, if I was to really tell you guys my entrepreneurship journey, we would be here all day. So I'm going to do an entrepreneurial journey for you guys separately, just so you guys could see how that's literally manifested in my life as to how I am and why I am the person that I am today. And yeah, I think this is the end of the video now. I think I need to do my lips, put on my highlighter, and then we're basically done. My nails are on. Time to wrap this up with you. I hate when I put on foundation, my nose start running, and I don't want to know why my nose is black, because I do not feel black. But what I need some mascara. So I'm using MAC Chestnut on the outside, and then I'm using the MAC Moisturized Drenched as the lipstick, and then I'm using this Beauty as the gloss. And I feel like this is actually the perfect nude lip for dark skin girls. Brown skin girl. I'm on the lights and I get dark and I can't even see me details. Yeah guys, so that's my career history. I really hope that it will help someone. The only main takeaway I would say to do differently from what I did, if anything, is to actually have a career plan before you actually move on to the next role, or at least sit and think about it like every 6 months. Set up your appraisals with your manager, set out your clear objectives, and negotiate your salary. Like there's literally always room for negotiation. You can always negotiate. The worst is the actual salary that you signed to agree on, but other than that, don't play yourself and not negotiate. Whether you're a female, whether you're a black man, a male, always negotiate your salary, especially black females. Like we don't apply for the job because we feel like we're underqualified, and since working, like trust me, these white people, they fake it until they make it. They literally fake it until they make it. So if they're doing it, baby, you who have sense and knowledge, you can do it too. You can do it too. But this is what my face looks like. Yeah, this is the nice simple bit. This is very, I don't know, subtle, but the lip them just hi. But yeah guys, that's my career history with salaries, and I'll be doing these more often. I'll do more videos like this. If you guys like career videos, corporate videos, whether you like it or not, I'm still not gonna do it because I don't need to learn about them something here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Should I take off my hair? Yes bitch, yes bitch. No, I look like, oh. No, you're gorgeous. You're gorgeous. I'm gonna do my edges and then that's it. I don't want to do my edges now though, because let me do my edges just so I could have a bomb thumbnail. I'm gonna do my edges, state my thumbnail, and then I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. I'm just gonna make the face pop a little bit more, literally just a little tops. Just make sure pop a little bit. I want to go on yourself. You see my head right fat? Look at the difference. Ooh, ooh. I just had to come back to show you guys this part basically. You see my face just look cool now. I'm gonna spray and you guys should get dewy back. Put on a little bit more lipstick so the lip liner can marry together. Let me look at my lip gloss. By the way, if you've been wondering, if you've been wondering where the glow is coming from, it's actually coming from Eve's body butter. This is a small Jamaican brand that I absolutely adore. I've been using their products for almost 2 months now. Don't mind the tape, but I've been using their products literally. I don't know, it's not done, but you know it dig out bad. I've been using their products and honestly I love it. It's all natural and it literally makes you glow. So go and shop to support a Jamaican brand, and obviously because you're overseas it's going to take a while to come. I just wanted to do a demo to show you guys, but look there, kind of shine. But yeah, support Eve body, hair, skin and nails for a glow like mine. And this is my final makeup look. I need to do my edges, but I'm going to do that when I'm actually going outside so it can stay. But yeah, this is me.